Hello friends and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, I'm John and this is Timberborn. If this is your first time here, please do give us a like and a subscribe. Although if this is your first time here, I'd recommend going back and watching the series from the start. It would give you some context. Anyway, we're on day 7 of this particular cycle. Obviously no drought or bad tide warning at the moment, so we're okay. We have an unconnected building. Why? Oh, because you haven't finished building that. That's fine. Okay, I've put some extra storage in our new district up here. So we've got a bit of storage for fermented soybeans, because we are now making those. And I've put in some storage for canola seeds as well. Down here I've got some storage for canola oil. I've put in some storage for gears. We have ourselves an oil press up here, and we have our fermenter. I've switched off the lumber mill for the moment, because we are a little bit short on the old logs. Yeah. That kind of crept up on me. So I've put in a lumberjack up here to get rid of these dead trees. I've put in a lumberjack over here and some steps up to get rid of these dead trees. Over here I am putting in a lumberjack to put in a small, not a lumberjack, a forester rather, to put in a small stand of pine to get some lumber produced in this district. Over here, we have completely removed the ruins that were here. So I've removed our scrap collectors and put in some more soybeans. I've shut off the smelters over here, because we don't have the scrap metal at the moment to run them. I've put in an additional charger for our bots down here, because we started to get a few bots out of power. I've put in another charger up here. You can see the 3 of them are being used at the moment. Yeah, so we really need to up our logs. We have plenty of pine resin at the moment and a whole bunch of treated planks that we're not using. So let's extend our cutting onto these pines here. That will give us a few more. You are cutting these down, aren't you? Yes, you are. Good. Right. I've also put in another lumberjack on this section here, so we can get rid of these trees a bit quicker. That one still can reach. That's good. Yeah, I've also moved the scavenger flags from down here to up here, because obviously we want to fill this with water, and they won't work if they're underwater. Yep. And I've put in the water dump so that we can start filling this. This is going to take a long time to fill. We don't have any haulers in this district at the moment. So this beaver is having to run backwards and forwards to the water tanks over here. Honestly, I think we could do with a bit more water coming in, couldn't we? Okay. Yeah, all right. Let's do that then. Let's get ourselves a little platform there. Some steps up on this side. I think it's this side. And a water pump on there. There we go. Yeah, it was the right side. Okay. Obviously, that's not going to work during the bad tide, because all of this will be polluted. But until then, that's going to give us a little bit more water coming in. So we've now got 3 water pumps in this district, so that should help us. Water pumps, I think I said dumps, but I'm not sure. We have 2 water dumps in this district, so we need to keep our supply of water up. Over here, our explosives are in, so let's get these set off, shall we? There we go, that's opened up that basin a little bit there, and we'll set these off as well. There we go. And obviously that's just going to double up the water flow for the moment. That's fine. That's not a problem. Okay. Now we want... What do we want? We want to come across there and then across there. Because we're going to put in sluices along there and there. So, where are they? Landscaping? Sluices, a unidirectional automated water discharge. We want the water to go that way, so we'll put them in there. Yes, please. And then we want them in there, and we'll bring it across there. Okay. Bring the path along there, and we will also pop in platforms at the back there, so we can get across. Okay, and then we're going to want to start coming this way. So we'll want a couple of levees out there, and I'm pretty sure we can now build levees on platforms. So let's get some platforms moving out this way. Like so. And then, can we put levees on top? Yes, we can. Excellent stuff. And then obviously we're going to need to put platforms in there with these impermeable floors on top of them. And that requires metal, which we have currently 153 metal blocks in stock. And we are now slowly building up a little bit of a stock of scrap metal. Excellent stuff. Right. Logs are still going to be an issue. Let's bring a path up. Come on, let me see what I'm doing. There we go. Bring a path up to there. We'll chuck some steps up like so. And that, in theory, should allow the lumberjack to reach these here. So we'll mark all of this level for cutting as well. And then once that's done, we can build steps up and get up onto this section here. We might need to move the lumberjack, but we should be okay. Right. What else do we need to do? At the moment, I think we're all right. What I am going to do, I'm going to turn off one of our bot assemblers for the moment. And I'm going to turn off our bot part factories for the moment. That should save us a little bit of power up here. Which will save us a little bit of wood, which is important right now. Do we need to shut anything else off? No, I think we're okay for everything else for the moment. I suppose we could shut off one of our explosives factories. We're not going to be using too many explosives, at least in the short term. That's the idea anyway. Okay. Okay, how are we doing for everything else? We have one vacant workspace. Where is that? That is in our new district. That's probably going to be... No, our forest is okay. Where is our vacancy? No idea. No idea at all. Oh, there we go. We got one missing from our farmhouse. That's okay. We do have 2 spare beavers. Let's migrate one across. There we go. Just to keep things level. How are we doing here? Yeah, it's going to take a while to get any more beavers out of there. All right. Oh, thank you, autosave. You're being incredibly useful again. Right. What am I going to do? We really need more wood coming in, don't we? Okay, some pines are starting to pop up over here. Okay, is it worth coming up here and lowering this and expanding our planting around here? It might well be. It might well. Having just said we're not going to be using explosives a great deal. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get ourselves some steps up onto this level here. And we'll bring a path all the way across. And then we will lay in some explosives. Oh, thank you very much. That was very helpful of you. There we go. Yeah, I guess bringing it back to there is fine, isn't it? I mean, we might as well, since we're here, we might as well bring it all the way down. There we go. Okay, so there's some explosives to go in there. Well, first sluice is in. Let's have a look. Right, what are our options? Close it when the downstream depth increases. Well, we don't want to do that. That's fine. Close above contamination of 5%. Ooh, let's close above contamination of 2%. I think. Yeah. And then these ones will... let's have a look. Close below contamination of 4%? No. 3%. Is that right? I think that's right. So these will close once they get once we get a little bit of contamination in here. And these will close when it's clean. Yeah? Is that right? That seems right. I'm not sure. That feels right. Okay, we've got building that lacks workers. Where? You. Oh, okay. We have no unemployed. Sorry. Not a lot we can do about that. Let's... No, there isn't much we can do about that, is there? No, we'll have to leave that for the moment. Okay. That's fine. We'll wait until we've got a few more beavers grown up. Let's, in fact... There we go. Get rid of those, and we will replace them with advanced breeding pods. There we go. Okay, how are we doing? Logs still a problem. Hopefully that will turn itself around. Hopefully we'll get a few more logs coming in now that we've expanded our cutting there. And we've put in those additional ones to get rid of the dead trees. Okay. Right, I'll spin on for a few days. See how we get on with the sluices up here. And start moving out this way. And then obviously we're going to want to get down onto this level so we can actually build the platforms. Although we're going to have to be careful that we don't contaminate the beavers. Okay, you know what? For the moment, we'll just open those and close those. So the bad water for the moment will continue to flow down into here, as it did before, and we'll open up this sluice, open up these floodgates to spread it out, to let it out this way. That should be fine. Yeah, that will allow us to get in here and work in here without being swamped by bad water. Okay. Okay. Building, that's still going to be this, isn't it? Yeah. Right. We have a bunch of unemployed bots at the moment because we've shut off 4 of their workspaces. Let's switch off that bot assembler for the moment as well. That gives us 2 unemployed, so we can send one of them over here. How does that put our housing? Only 3 spaces left. Right, we're going to need more housing over here. Let's pop ourselves in another large barrack there. Bring a path out, and then we'll give that one a bush as well. There we go. Right, yeah, I'll spin on for a few days, and we'll see how we do. Okay, day 14, there's the bad tide warning. We've got 3 days for that. That should be okay. So up, where are we? Up here. All of this is in place. We've started with our little barrier wall there. So we are going to need to put in a bunch of platforms. Like so. And we'll start there. That will do for now. As I said, this is going to take a lot of resources. We're still, I mean, we're better than we were in terms of logs. But we're still not doing particularly well. I've popped in another lumberjack over here to help clear out, to help cut down the lumber that's now growing, which is good. So we should get a few more logs coming in there. We've cleared out the logs from up here. We've cleared out the logs from over here. Our explosives are in, so we can set these off. Oops, there we go. We'll start off over there. Lovely stuff. Right, we can get rid of these stairs now. There we go. And I think just expand what we've got here, haven't we? So, where are we? Plant trees, pine, and we'll just... let's leave a path around the edge. There we go. We might as well fill in this space here as well. There we go. And obviously we're going to want to expand our cutting order to cover all of that. There we go. Lovely stuff. Right. What else is happening? Not a lot. Not a lot. Just letting things run. I'm really trying to sort of build up our stock of logs here. Not a lot else I can do for the moment, apart from let things run. Yes, thank you, Autosave. You're doing a sterling job, as usual. I've turned off everything over here, pretty much. We've got our bot assemblers, our bot factories. I've turned off one of the explosives factories. I'm turning off one of the gear factories over there, because we've got plenty of gears at the moment. I've turned off the gear factory and the lumber mill there, so that we're not using the logs for anything else. We should be okay. That should build up nicely. So, yeah, we can now actually use that lumber for something other than just powering engines, which is nice. I'm going to spin on to the start of the bad tide, I think. See how well we do with all of this. If we get this done, which it looks like we might, I'll just continue down. I think I'm going to bring it to sort of in line with this little gap here. So we'll bring it out here and then across. Because I think that will look rather nice, having a nice section of clean water down here, and then the bad water running along the top. As I say, it's going to take a fair amount of wood to make that happen, and probably a fair amount of metal as well. How much were the... Impermeable floor is only one metal per section. We've got 171. That's not going to be enough, but we are still producing it. We're up hovering around 20 odd scrap metal at the moment. I say we've got these two smelters off. Yeah, we should be okay. We should be okay. Obviously, we're not going to get it done anywhere near the end of this episode. I shouldn't have thought, but we can make some significant headway on it, I think. I mean, I wonder if it's worth... I could start building from this end as well, couldn't I? Because we know what height it's going to be, and we know where it needs to be. Yeah, alright, let's bring a path across here. Like so. Yeah, we're going to need to get rid of these, aren't we? But we can start. We need only to be one high here, I think. Yeah, one high here. So, if we come across like that, and then we can come down here, and then we need to clear out. We're going to need to get up on there. And clear you, and then we're going to need to clear all of that as well. Yeah. Okay. Right, so that should be fine. We will... I was going to say, we'll put a ladder up somewhere, but I've kind of done this in the wrong direction, haven't I? Okay. Let's get rid of that path briefly. Like so. We'll bring it back along like that, and then we'll just pop a set of steps up there like that. And then we can get rid of those as well. Okay. Oh, and we are going to want another row of these, like so. There we go. Yep, that's fine. I'll pop in a path as well. Might as well stick it right down the middle. There we are. Oh, and we have finished this. Excellent stuff. That was quicker than I was expecting. Right. Let's bring this out as well. to a bit further. And 2 more, I think. There we go. Right. And we want levees all the way along this back edge here. No, we need to come across 2 more. I think. And then this is going to come all the way down here. Yeah, and join on there. Brilliant. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. Excellent stuff. Right, let's lay all of this in then. Okay, there we are. That's the first part of our... Oops. That's the first part of our channel there. Obviously, as I said, we're going to need to lay all this in with... I can't remember what they're called again. Impermeable floors. There we go. And then obviously once all this is cleared out, we'll do the same here. And continue it on down to here. As I say, that is going to use a lot of resources and it is going to take some time. I was going to say, is it worth coming down onto this section so we can build from the bottom as well? But no, it isn't. Because that's going to be filled with bad water. And that will contaminate our beavers. And we don't want contaminated beavers. Right. Okay. How is everything else going? Okay, I think. We should be alright. So, I'll spin on to the start of the bad tide. There we go. The bad tide has started. What are we looking at? 6 days. 6 days should be fine. In terms of our sluice levy arrangement here, let's see if this is actually going to work. This is still closed, so that's fine. Everything's going to pour through this way. Okay, excellent stuff. So we can continue building here. We haven't got very far on this bit. This bit's doing okay, though. We've managed to get all of our berry bushes out of the way. So we can bring the path further down, like so. Didn't need to do that. Okay. Now, let's even that out, and then it's just all the way down. Like so. That should be fine. I don't like them going to be laying levees up against that. I should have come across one further, I think. And used that as the retaining wall. Never mind. I could put explosives along there, couldn't I? Just open that up. Just so this separates out. Maybe. We'll think about that. That's purely aesthetic. There's no reason to do that. Everything is closed, I think. Yes, everything is closed. That's good. Yep, we should be fine. Right, let me turn off these 2 water pumps for the duration. Yeah. Wood-wise, we're doing a lot better. I did turn this lumber mill back on so we could just up our supply of planks a little bit. But we're doing okay. We can always turn this one on should we need to. Not there's a huge amount of lumber in this district at the moment. Most of it's being shipped across into the original district. But that's all okay. Right. Yeah, I think we're doing okay. We're still basically supplying the smelter. We're not really increasing our stock of scrap metal a huge amount. But over here, we can now start to build a bridge across to get down onto here so we can start collecting the scrap out of there as well, which should help. Right. Please say nothing is flooding. Nothing appears to be flooding. That's good. Right. I shall spin on through the bad tide. Okay, day and a half into the drought. We don't have any flooding upriver here, but we have had some flooding downriver. Not sure why. There should be plenty of space for the bad water to escape this way, he says. Yeah, there should be plenty of avenues for the bad water to escape, so I'm not sure. What have we? Oh, we got barriers there. Okay. So that's overspilling there. But even so, we should have plenty of space this way for it to escape, don't we? I would have thought so anyway. Apparently not. That's not too much of a problem at the moment. It might be an issue when we get down here and try and start collecting this scrap. So we're going to have to think about that. Everything else is going okay. Oh, I did put in up here a bot-powered builder's hut. Thank you, autosave. Again, a sterling job. Yeah, so where were we? There we are. We have a bot-powered builder's hut down here. So we have some building work going on even at night, which is nice. Sort of speeds things along a little bit. But I'll continue spinning on. There we go. That is the end of the bad tide, and that's fine. We did okay. Still over 2,000 water, 3,000 food. Absolutely fine. We just need to wait for all this to filter through now, and we can change over the floodgates and everything. So, how is everything going? Well, as you can see, our building work down here is coming along. Obviously, still got quite a long way to go. But we still have a decent amount of logs. We still have a decent amount of planks. What else would we need for this? Nothing at the moment, just metal blocks apart from that. We've now got 240 of those. So that's nice. Okay, so all I need to do is wait for this to clear. We have taken quite a lot of water out of this reservoir. I mean, we're okay, but we're right down to the bottom, really. Where can we get a better view? Here we go. Got the steps here, look. I mean, that's barely waist deep on that beaver, so... Yeah, we're at the bottom step, essentially. Yeah, so we've taken quite a lot of water out of that reservoir there, which is understandable. We have 8 water pumps on it, I think. We've got 3 there, another 2 there, another 3 there. Yeah, so 8 pumps in total on that section there. So, yeah, it's understandable we've taken quite a bit out. But it looks like our storage is largely full. That one's a bit empty. But other than that, we seem to be okay. I mean, that one is entirely empty, which isn't ideal. But we're okay. We still have plenty in stock, as it were, and obviously the bad water is clearing out now, so we can fill up our reservoirs a little bit. I'm probably going to want to come across here at some point and floodgate across here as well. Or it might be worth putting in sluices across here to prevent the bad water running that way. So we don't have to worry about having to wait for this to clear. The same way we've done with this one. Yeah, I'll give it a day or so to clear, and then I'll come back, see how well we can get on with all of this lot. Right, day 3. Everything's cleared out. We've got our waterways all pure and nice and blue again, which is lovely. We're still slowly filling this up. It's taking a little while. In fact, oops. That's only a little bit deeper than where are we? This section got to. Yeah, it's going to take a while to fill that up, isn't it? Never mind. Never mind. Okay, over here we are doing pretty well. We've nearly got this first section complete. Obviously, it's going to take a while to get in all of the levees, because they're the last thing to be built. But yeah, we're doing okay. We've nearly connected up, which is a start at least. Nice. So, Yeah, possibly by the next drought or bad tide that'll be ready. Possibly. Thank you, autosave. Yeah, okay, again, this is just going to be a case of spinning on. Over here, I'm in the process of putting a bridge across so we can get down to these ruins here, so we can start increasing our scrap metal stock and maybe turn those smelters back on. We've got a couple of bots out of energy and only a couple of unemployed. I do have one of our factories on. Is it worth turning on the other? Yes, it probably is, just briefly. We'll get that on. And once we've got a couple more bots in, we can turn these bot factories back on. Start producing a few more, top up our supply of bot parts. Then we can turn those off again, and yeah. As long as we've got a bit of a stock of spare bots, I'm happy. Right, I'm going to spin on one more time, probably. Start of day 10, as you see, I've played on for about 7 days. We've got quite a long way with our sluice and channel arrangement here. I've put in some steps up onto there because they were coming up here, walking all the way around there, and coming back along the path there to build these, rather than just, you know, building them. So I've put some steps up to shorten that distance for them because they can't figure it out by themselves, apparently. I've put in another builder's hut down here. I've set up some explosives to just get rid of this little section here and open this up a little bit for us. That's pretty much it. I've just been letting it run. I did put a bot into the limbs factory to build up our stock of limbs because we are making bots. We are basically keeping up with the breakdown rate at the moment. So we need a few more bits and pieces. We've got plenty of torsos and chassis and plenty of heads. It's the limbs that we need, obviously, four for each bot. So we need to build up our stock of those a little bit. Okay, we currently have 5 unemployed beavers. So I am going to demolish these 2 breeding pods here. And replace those with advanced ones. Like so. Everything else is going okay. Wood-wise, yeah, we've blitzed through our stock of logs again. But we've got a bunch of logs here to cut down. We've got a few over here to cut down. So we should be okay. It's just a matter of, because we're using logs a lot, burning through them, putting in those levies, took basically our entire stock. So this is going to slow down again now, as you can probably tell. But we're doing all right. I think I will spin on once more, see how far we can get before the start of the next drought or bad tide, whatever it turns out to be. Okay, there we go. Day 16, the drought has started. It's going to be 7 days. Again, shouldn't be a problem at all. Now, in exciting news, if we scroll back, we have finished our, or almost finished our little causeway here. Now, I'm going to get rid of this extra bit of ground, because we want this to be able to dump freely into this section. There we go. And I want to put in, come on, platforms down there. We're a bit low on logs again, but that's okay. And then, where are we? We want, no, we do want landscaping, and we want impermeable floors. 200 science. And we're going to lay those in all the way along here. And once these are laid in, obviously, we'll remove the path. There we go. Are these... hang on, let me fill these in, and... No, yeah, they are waiting to be built. That's okay. They looked very different from these ones for some reason. These ones have a grey outline. These ones look like they're made of wood. Yeah. But that's just the platform showing through, I think. Yeah, so that's that. So once all those are laid in, and that's going to take, again, a while, we'll bring this path back. We'll get rid of these stairs and replace them with a platform and another couple of impermeable floors, and then we'll be good to go. But that is going to be next episode, because we are going to leave it there. I mean, we've done... I was going to say we haven't done a lot. We've done all of this. That's pretty good going. I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, that's good. That's going to save us a lot of hassle during the bad tide, and it is going to give us a little bit more water up here that isn't going to be contaminated. And then we can come across to this one and do a similar thing. Obviously, what I could do in here is line it with power wheels and connect them all up and have a load of power coming off of here, feeding into a bunch of batteries maybe, that then connect up to a grid somewhere. Maybe. Who knows? We'll think about it. But let us know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Please do, as I say, give us comments down below. Please do give us a like and a subscribe. And please join us next time. Until then, I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Please do take care of yourselves, stay safe, and bye-bye.